Hi, I'm Mark from the Gently Grown Homestead, and today we are in the kitchen, but we are not cooking. We're going to be kitchen composting without any disgusting smells, with a special kind of compost called Bokashi. That's coming right up. So I have always tried kitchen composting, and it always ends the same way, and that's with a disgusting smell. Even if I am running out that compost at the end of the day or the next day from the kitchen scraps, it always ends up smelling pretty bad. So I'm really excited to put together this Bokashi bucket, which will not have any putrid smells, which is always a plus in the kitchen or the house. In short, Bokashi is a way of adding beneficial, naturally occurring microbes into your compost and ultimately your soil. These are quote unquote the good guys that you want in your soil, you want in your compost, that help make your soil healthy and your food even more nutritious. It feeds the soil, which feeds your food, which feeds you, ultimately all of that good stuff and nutrition. And all you need is kitchen scraps, a compost bucket, and then something called Bokashi. And this is the Bokashi that we're using here today. This is from SD Microbes, which I have no affiliation to as of this recording. I chose them because their product seems to be very clean and use organic materials to make itself, so we're going to be using that in our Bokashi bucket today. You basically throw down a handful of Bokashi in the bucket, you add a couple inches of kitchen scraps, and then you throw another handful of Bokashi, and then more kitchen scraps, and you make this layering all the way up to the top of the bucket. As you do that, you press down, you press all the kitchen scraps, everything, as much as you can, and try to get as much air out as possible. You want this to be very dense and not a lot of extra air, because the Bokashi does not need it. That extra air, oxygen, might give way to the bad guys, the bad microbes for growing, and you'll get that, really bad smell that we're trying to avoid. So now we know what Bokashi is and we know our general plan. Now let's put together the bucket. All right, so here's the inside of the bucket. I already set this up. Over here is just the spout. I put an organic reusable tea bag around it as a filter. Otherwise, might get clogged up a little easier with some solids. So I put that on it as a safe filter, and I threw a handful of Bokashi at the bottom. Next thing we're going to do is just add some kitchen scraps a couple inches up and press it down. Here is some coffee grounds. And onion, banana peel, even part of a banana there, peppers and onions, avocado skins, banana peel, cabbage, pepper, more banana peel, and banana peel. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press this down. You can use whatever you have to press the food down. And I'll do that as I go on and fill this bucket all the way to the top. And then after you press the food down, once you have a couple inches like this, I'm going to grab a handful of Bokashi and sprinkle it in. I should give it a little bit more. You don't need this much, but the more you use, the higher the success rate, right? The more beneficial microbes there are, and the more likely you are to succeed in this. All right, next layer. Apple core, you guessed it, banana peels, avocado and banana peels, coffee, cabbage, banana peels, and some pepper in there. It really doesn't matter if you mix it up this much. The microbes will do their jobs. Some old cherry tomatoes. You can actually you can compost bones, believe it or not. This stuff is so great, you can compost bones. Press that down, let's see what we've got. I'll give it another handful. I froze, if you can't tell, some of these kitchen scraps because I was waiting for a chance to make this video. Do not wait when you make your own Bokashi bucket. Do not wait. Just as soon as your kitchen scraps are cut and dinner's ready, throw these right into the bucket. The frozen scraps will actually not do as good unless you let them thaw longer than I did. A bunch of potato peels. Bokashi does not like the cold as much as the heat. But we have what we have. More Bokashi. I think we could finish this off with some carrot peels. The rest of the coffee grounds. One more banana peel. A handful of Bokashi. Tamp it down. Again, you can throw in bones, eggshells, really just about anything you could think of you could throw in with Bokashi, stuff that you couldn't normally compost, especially without a really bad smell. So I'm just going to keep adding layers of a handful of Bokashi and a couple inches of kitchen scraps until this bucket reaches the top, and I'm just going to seal it off. And since it's the winter during this recording, I'll put it in the garage and wait until the spring to add it to a compost or bury it directly into the soil to enjoy the benefits right away as quickly as possible. I'll be getting some liquid out as well, but again, you don't have to do that, and it might be better if you don't worry about that. If you're doing this in the spring or summer, feel free to dump the contents of your Bokashi bucket into your compost pile or bury it directly into the soil to get the benefits of all these microbes right away. Just make sure you wait at least 2 weeks after you fill your bucket. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos from the Gently Grown Homestead. Thanks again, and be well and grow.